and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to look up company logos and brand information such as names and fonts in Airtable using the Brandfetch API and the Data Fetcher extension. So in order to begin, you want to set up the brand info table. So we're wanting to title the table just up here in this tab as brand info. Then we're going to create a new field titled domain with the type as URL. Then you want to enter the company domains into the domain field. You can use the following domains to get started if you want to just join me on this tutorial. Then we're going to create a new grid view. So over to the left hand side, you'll see this grid option. Select that plus symbol and retitle this as needs info, just like so. Select create new view. Now up here in this menu, we're going to select the filter option to add a condition. And we want to select this add condition twice. And we want for this to read where name is empty from this drop-down menu and domain is not empty, just like so. Then you can click off of that. You can see this is now highlighted, so you know that this has worked. And we're going to use this view to fetch data for the companies in the table that don't contain brand information. Now the table is ready, so we can connect our Data Fetcher extension. So up here in the right-hand corner, select Extensions, select Add an Extension, and then up again in this right-hand corner, a search bar will appear where you can simply search for Data Fetcher, just like so. Select Add, then select Add Extension. Now you can either create a free Data Fetcher account, or you can simply continue with Google. We'll arrive to the following screen, and this is where you can import your data. So select the Create Your First Request button. Then under Application, we are going to select Custom. And we're going to rename this request up here where it says request 1 to fetch brand info. Perfect. Now for under URL, just in this input box, you can head over to our blog on the Data Fetcher website where we have this exact topic, and you can scroll down until you find the following link. So we're just looking for this api.brandfetch.io/v2/brands. Once you have that copied, you can paste it into that URL input box. And next we'll amend the company domains to the endpoint above. So over to the right hand side, you'll see this plus symbol. We're going to select that, and in the dialog that opens, have your table set as brand info, and for the field we want to choose domain. Then for run for every record in view, have this set as needs info and select confirm to save these options. Now you'll see this information has been added to that input box. Underneath this, you'll find some tabs, and we're going to select the authorization tab. For the type, we want to choose bearer token, just like so. And for the token, we are going to need our Brandfetch API key. So you can sign up for a Brandfetch developer account for free, just like so, if you don't yet have an API key. And this is super simple. I really just signed up with my Google account, and immediately I gain access to their website. So from the menu up here, we're going to select API, and then here you will have your API key. So all you have to do is select copy API key, like so, come back to your Airtable base where you paste that into the token input box. So we're going to configure the request so that Data Fetcher maps each logo and font to a separate field in the table. This will come in handy since many companies have multiple logos and fonts. So the next step is to scroll down until we see our advanced settings right down here at the bottom. Select that to open up these options. Then we're going to scroll down until we find data transformation. And here we're going to turn off combine nested object keys, and we're also going to turn off the combine arrays of text or numbers. With these settings turned off, Data Fetcher will add a number suffix to each logo and font field so we can select just the ones we want. Don't worry if you didn't follow this for the time being, you're about to see it in a minute. So now we're going to select save and run in the bottom right hand corner. And as you can see, these fields are now being created, and we are brought to the response field mapping page. And this is where we can choose which of the fields we would like to have brought into our Airtable space. So as you can see, we have 8 fields that will be created and 2 existing fields will be used. So we can deselect all just over here in the right hand side, turn all of them off. And then we're going to turn on this name option, just like so. And we are going to have that map to the existing field name. Then you can search in this find field input box for the logo, and we're going to choose logo 1 formats 1RC. So turn this on and map this to a new field and just title this as logo, so we can take out the rest of that information. Then we also want the fonts, so we're going to search again here, type in fonts just like so, and we want to select font 1 name. Turn that on, and again map that to the new field, have this simply titled as font, so you can take out the rest of that information. Easy. Now we can select save and run in the bottom right hand corner, and as you can see, these fields are now being created into your Airtable base. select Show Output Table. You can close this little window over and go back to your main grid view. And here you will see that that information has now been imported into your Airtable base. And this is amazing, but at the moment, anytime you add in new information here, you would need to manually run the request in order to gain the rest of this information into your base. You can, however, automate this so that you don't have to keep running the request manually by using our data fetcher trigger feature. Now, if you did want to learn a little bit more about automation, or if you want to follow our full-length blog on this exact topic, you can head over to the datafetcher.com website, where you can always reach out to us for questions as well. And like I say, we have this full-length blog on this exact topic here, but we also have further information if you are wanting to learn more about that triggers feature and about scheduling as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn today. I really hope you have a good one.